What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. Today, we are going to be talking about Dylan Borland. He is one of the whistleblowers, witnesses that testified at the September 9th House UFO hearing. And he recently went on the Weaponized podcast with George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell in what seems to be a multiple-part interview. And they released the first part.
So, Dylan Borland, this is not the first time we've had this conversation, and it's not the first time we've recorded this conversation.
I have a lot of time to think about everything, and knowing the kinds of things that I know, and also even before I came into this information, it is clear that these things are attracted to nuclear power. This gets into ditch run, my last day there, and that whole...
You've been talking to Jeremy for a number of years, me for lesser, but a couple of years. And we didn't exactly know it ever come to this point. I mean, right now, you're in the running to be one of the witnesses at an upcoming congressional hearing.
Now, let's familiarize ourselves a little bit with who Dylan Borland is. I've put together this little compilation of his opening statement at the September 9th UFO hearing.
My name is Dylan Borland, a former 1N1 geospatial intelligence specialist for the United States Air Force in an active duty enlisted capacity from 2010 to 2013. I'm a federal whistleblower, having testified to both the ICIG and ARROW with direct firsthand knowledge of and experience with craft and technologies that are not ours and are reportedly operating without congressional oversight. Because of my direct knowledge of the reality of certain legacy UAP programs, my professional career was deliberately obstructed, and I have endured sustained reprisals from government agencies for over a decade. During the summer of 2012, my team was on standby for weather, and I returned to my barracks on base, and at approximately 0130, I saw an approximately 100-foot equilateral triangle take off from near the NASA hangar on the base. I was under this triangular craft for a few minutes, and then it rapidly ascended to commercial jet level in seconds, displaying zero kinetic disturbance, sound, or wind displacement. Some years after that experience, I was further exposed to classified information from the UAP legacy crash retrieval program through a sensitive position I held within a special access program. The future of humanity is one which we either travel to the stars or regress to the Stone Age with this technology. My career has been to deliver critical information to decision makers. Your role as elected by your representatives is to act on it. The time to act is now. Thank you.
Are you scared for your safety?
That's a complicated question. If I say the wrong word, technically I can be charged with espionage. Espionage is a death penalty.
And it's kind of funny that during this hearing, Lauren Boebert actually addressed Dylan as Dr. Borland.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Nusatelli. Dr. Borland.
So, you know, these hearings, man, I swear people just don't prepare at all, right? I mean, he's not a doctor. Not sure why she kept calling him that.
Possible, yes.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Borland.
Now, let's move into some of this interview with Jeremy and George. I've made a nice little compilation of different parts of the interview that they released to help just narrow it down. I'll put a link in the description to the full interview, which I highly recommend checking out. It's not really that long. Just as a little side note, you're going to see a redacted clip come up multiple times during this interview because they redacted multiple parts of it. So it'll be something like this.
Redacted.
Oh, it's exactly that, actually. Anyway, so take a look at this compilation I made of different highlights from the interview.
On my phone, smoking a cigarette, and I see a white light pop up from the NASA hangar. Comes up about 100 feet and stops. I know it was the NASA hangar because I have...
Redacted.
At 1:32 in the morning on a weeknight, it was a Tuesday, Wednesday night, I am positive it came from there because I've...
Redacted.
And in my mind, I think, oh, weather balloon test. You're testing some...
Redacted.
No big deal. So this white light pops up and stops 100 feet. I light my cigarette. I finish my cigarettes about 6-7 minutes after. And I start walking towards the flight line because I'm on call. I have to go back to the ops floor if the weather clears. And at night, I would walk the track. As I'm walking up towards the light to go to the track on my left, the white light flies across the flight line to me. It's 100 to 150 foot equilateral triangle, appears right over me, 100 feet above me, 100 feet in front of me. The triangle had black metallic flake paint. I'm a car guy, and it looked like that expensive, like classic look, like you could see the light glisten off of it. Equilateral triangle, I could only see the bottom and angles. It was a 90-degree right angle all around. I could not see the top of it. There were 4 lights, one smaller light on each corner, and then a larger second light, which was 2 to 3 times the size of the corner lights. And in my estimation, it was about the size of a small size sedan. So like a Nissan SER Sentra, Nissan Altima, that was at the center. What was odd though, is that when I'm looking at it, the way I have tried to describe it, and words cannot describe it because it's so wild seeing, is imagine taking a picture of the James Webb telescope where all those colors of galaxies are out there. Imagine those colors, make them yellow, gold, put them on top of the aircraft and make it a lava lamp, because the whole outside had this yellow transparent glow coming all around the craft and it was pulsating. So this thing flies to me, it's a light, all of a sudden while it's flying to me, this triangle appears. I can't tell you if it was active camouflage, I cannot tell you if it manifested around it. The only thing I can tell you is that light came and a triangle appeared around it. My cell phone gets incredibly hot and completely freezes and shuts down. I'm under it, and the first thought in my mind is literally, okay, so this is real too. Like I've been in...
Redacted.
I've had access to things and I'm like, okay, another thing that's real.
Hours, meaning hours.
I would initially suspect so. I mean, it was on the base due to things that I found out, having been in government for long enough and knowing certain truths and having been through the whistleblower process and understanding questions and why they're asked and how they're asked. I am now of the opinion that what I saw was not ours.
So you have direct knowledge of UAP being actual craft of unknown or non-human origin. From your official capacity of work, you have some direct knowledge of that?
100%. Not only do I have it, I testified to it, I provided materials proving it, and it was proven to me that what I provided was in fact true.
Who did you testify to? List them out.
Senate staff, House staff, Arrow, and the ICIG.
Under oath.
Under oath. FBI was there. The ICIG was there. The DOD was there at points in time. Staff members from armed services, intelligence. Basically, I went through the whole kit and caboodle to tell the truth and get this on record because I have grave concerns for what is happening to people.
Is there something else in between that thing that you saw that went... Other experiences, things that you saw, either as a citizen or while working for the government, that you want to share with us?
There are many. I think as of this time, what I will say is this. I have direct first-hand knowledge and exposure to crash recovery, reverse engineering, integration of technology into...
Redacted.
As well as the most important piece of technology on the planet, and it's not the craft themselves.
It would be the power source.
You can make that assessment yourself.
And don't worry, because it doesn't end there. At the very end of the episode, they say this.
But you were exposed specifically to proof about UAP reverse engineering in official capacity, meaning while you're at work and with those individuals. Can you, I know that you've tried to do this a number of different ways. Now you went to the ICIG, you've testified to Arrow. What is it that you saw and found out and can tell us about?
To be continued in part 2 of our interview with whistleblower Dylan Borland.
So it's kind of cool to get that drawing that Dylan put out, and we'll have to wait and see for the second part. And, you know, I found him to be quite interesting to listen to. I think there are some veterans online who are kind of questioning his service record, but, you know, I'm not a veteran, so I don't touch that stuff. I feel that's veteran against veteran sort of thing. So hopefully Dylan is able to address some of these allegations from these other veterans who are questioning his record. So, but again, I'm not touching any of that. We'll leave that to the veterans to discuss amongst themselves. So anyway, I'll put a link down below. Go check out the full interview. Yeah, Dylan's story is interesting. I mean, we'll have to wait and see if he can reveal more information about what he knows, right? And the power source of these vehicles, I guess. I'm not sure. But definitely looking forward to part 2. And all right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace!